Hello everybody, this is Dana with the Freedom Please channel and essenceofme.com. I'm coming on today because I have another crafters vlog, and this particular one, to keep it short, uh, it is in two parts. The first part is the one that you are looking at right now, and that is going to cover everything from cutting all the way to the completed quilt top, which is the Metro Rings quilt. It is made to look like or similar to a traditional wedding ringer quilt. And so I just walk you along with the process. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns by leaving them in the comment section below. And look out for part 2 next week. I hope that you enjoyed, and I look forward to chatting it up with you in the comment section. So if you're staying around to watch, well then stay till after the introduction. If not, I will hopefully see you in the next video. Just know that this video will contain video footage, pictures, and seeing the quilt up close. So I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so you're going to see everything. I'm trying to get the best shot. Okay, that's a little bit better. So I'm going to try my best to document this process. When I'm on my phone, so just, give your girl a pass. I don't always know where to look. So what I'm going to try to do is document the process of making this quilt. This quilt is a gift, so it won't be going up for a while, but I thought this would be a really good way to kind of get my feet back wet in. It won't be a tutorial because it's not my pattern, but it would be, I think, a great opportunity to kind of watch me do this project, like watch me work. One of the things that I want to point out is that this is for a month-long class. We have 2 classes where we will be meeting, and every time we meet, we will have homework to complete. This is an adaptation of a wedding ringer quilt, which I can tell you right now. And I'm excited. I'm nervous because we will be working with curves. And if I did not say this, I think I did. It's for a quilt. So I'm going to show you what I have so far. And today is going to be my first time working on my homework. So here we go. I'll switch the camera and I will be back in a second. So I opened the jelly roll, and let's go from this end. I really do not like all those little specks, but here. So here it is. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to use as the background color. I found this one fabric that I can easily get, I believe, from Joann's, and it's this. I've used it on another project, and it just looks really pretty. It's not a white, but like an off cream white. And once you cut it, you don't have the full circles as much, but I think it will blend really well with the patterns in this because there are some circles, and I believe this is a standard fabric with them. So I'm going to go look. I need to get like 5 or 6 yards of it. And I think this is like 2 or 3 already. So I'm going to look into that and then make my final decision. But I think it'll look great. Having the circles in here definitely makes it a great option. So here I go. I'm going off to get started with the cutting, and I will check back in. Video today. I'm working on a project for a gift, and this little guy has become my BFF. I'm working on a wedding ringer quilt that's like a shortcut quilt. Not a shortcut, but whatever. But this guy I purchased at a quilt retreat earlier this year, and it helps with pressing your seams. And so for this particular project, I'm choosing to press the seams open, and this guy helps to make it go super duper fast. So yeah, I can't remember what it's called. If you have questions about it, let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer. And I'm going to get back to pressing my seams on both of these strips. So it's called Metro Rings, Metro Rings, and I'm looking for the sleeve. Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like, the pattern looks like. And it's done using a special or a custom ruler. That's my hand. Let me grab the ruler. Here it is. And I'm going to show you where I am now. So for the most part, I've done, for me, the step 1 of cutting down my fabric, my big chunks of fabric into workable sizes. I'm going to show you real quick. I just finished 1 block just so I could work through all of the steps and figure out how to do it. And I'll show you that in a moment. But okay, I'm going to show you my parts before I start putting them together. And so I'm going to change the camera angle and walk you through that before I start assembling. So here we go. Here's the ruler up close. It's a curved ruler. And now I'm going to show you my parts. So, oh, and here is the quilt, the picture of the quilt. So it's meant to resemble a wedding ringer quilt, okay? So here are some of the pieces. I love these fabrics, so I'm going to kind of go by the window so you can really see them. I love this one because it's a grayish color, but it almost has like a tint of purple to it. And this is really it's like a purple and a tan, but together they almost look like a gray next to this fabric. So I love the way they're playing off of each other, and you will see why. I had to buy this from my local quilt shop to match, or not to match, but to be comparable to the fabrics that I'm using from a jelly roll. And here are all of my pieces. They've already been cut, and I have them stacked. So here's like some, if you can get a little picture. I'm jumping in real fast, pausing this because I did not show taking the strips and turning them into the pieces that you see in front of you. And that is part of the pattern that I cannot show you. But essentially, we took the 2.5-inch strips and sewed them together and used the ruler. So the jelly roll that you saw in the opening and the pictures you just saw a little while back produced the pieces that you see now in this segment. Sure, I'm going to come a little bit closer to my window. And this is in here now is 90, I think it's 95. I think it's 95 in here. I know I have enough to do what I need to do. I just can't remember how many I have in here at this time. I think it's 94 that I have in here. So let's kind of just flip through the fabrics. They're beautiful. I used every strip from my jelly roll just because of a silly accident. And actually, I can show you, like, here's some of the fabric colors that were left over. And this pattern is actually, in my opinion, very, very wasteful. But anyways, and here are my background pieces. These have been cut and they're ready to go. They just need to be cut down further. So I just wanted them in the big chunks. These will be cut down to look like, I just moved on my little, will be cut down to go from here to here to here. And these will turn into that. So that's the block that will make up the quilt. This portion of my recording. I will come back. My next step is I am trying to do it so my son will be able to come out without me being in the way. My next step is I am going to cut down just a few of the squares into triangles and into the stated sizes. I'm going to do a few at a time because, you know, once you start cutting them into triangles, into these curved pieces, you risk them being stretched. I'm gonna do about, thinking 4 at a time, maybe 8. Each block takes 1 square, 1 rectangle. So I may do maybe 4 at a time, because then that means I can sew up maybe 4 block sets or 4 blocks at a time. So whatever is the equivalent of cutting down to do 4 blocks, and that'll help me manage my time. Over the total number that I'm doing for my size is 96 blocks. I have 1 block done. So what I may do is do just 3 this first time, just so that I can get the hang of it, and then from there weigh out how I want to do it. This is my version of an assembly line. Everything is set up. Those are the finished blocks there. These are the first step blocks. I'm going to just add everything there to try to distribute all of this as evenly as I can. And my board is here. Once I set up the pairings, I'm going to switch the chair. And then it's the directions, ever present, the seam ripper. So that's what I got going on today. I don't know how to guesstimate where I am as far as piecing is concerned, but if I had to, I would say maybe about halfway through. A lot of the main cutting, like all of the fabric has been cut down, background, all of the major piecing as far as the curves, yes, is done. And now I'm putting all of those pieces together to make the components of the overall block. And so now I'm going to show you how I'm setting up. Pardon how I look. Y'all know how I get down when I'm working. And so here we go. I'm going to switch the camera view so you can see, and then I'm going to get back to work. Here is my setup. The patterns here propped up on all my good stuff. And those are the pieces that I need to put on the corners, which you're going to see shortly. Here is my little pressing board. I'm about to start pressing the next set. I'm doing them in color sets, which you're going to see shortly. But I was about to press them, and I thought, hey, let me go ahead and show this step before I move on. And so here's what I have now. These are the color sets. Even though they're all mixed, what I did is I tried to keep them in color sets so I can get an idea of where I am. Also, so that I can hopefully keep from having duplication in each block. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I still am not sure how I'm going to do it. Each of them are pinned. You can't see it here because the pin is blue, but they're pinned in twos. So here's one side. And here's the other side. So I was trying to make it so that I wouldn't have two of these in the same block. And I tried to distribute it as much as I could, thinking light and dark. But that didn't go as well as I like. And here's an example. These two are not the same, but they're almost close. But looking from here, they don't look as close as they do to me in person. But here is the finished block. And so these are in stacks of 2, which are these 2, and then once I press it, I'm going to I have to square them up, sew it together, and then add the end pieces, and then square it up again, and then 4 of these will make one block. So yeah, that's what I have. Here are the colors. I think this jelly roll is absolutely beautiful. Like, I need to really probably order another one because I love this. It's going to be so hard to give this up. And so I'll show you, here are some of the finished blocks so far, or I'm going to call these components because 4 of these make a block. So here's one of the quadrants. And I have 2 different setting triangle colors. There's this one, which I feel like is like almost a grayish purple. And then here is another, which is like, I don't know what this color is. Again, I found these at my local quilt shop and I thought they looked beautiful. And I just think when it all comes together, it's going to be so pretty. Here's some more. I love this blue one. And so, yeah. So just to give you an idea of what's happening right now, is the count is 96 of these half will make 48 of these blocks, and I have 6 done, so I have 42 to go, which is what all of this is. And I'm doing them in color increments, so I'll do this whole set like I did that whole set, finish it including the end, the setting triangles, and then I'll move on to the next set. So I will be back hopefully once either it's all done or when I hit another stage. Show you where I am right now because I just realized I have not done footage in a long time and I'm about to finish this top. So I'm going to turn the camera around, show you where I am, and then hopefully the next shot will be a finished top. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but it'll be the next time you see something. So let's go to the, let me show you where I'm at, okay? Here we go. Pardon the light. These are the blocks. And I'm actually now in the process of sewing the rows together. So I have made quite a bit of progress. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just loving it. I'm going to go ahead and get back to work. But I had to show you all because I realized I did not get any footage. I haven't done any footage in a while. So here we go. I'm going back to the sewing machine to keep it going. Now you're about to see the finished top.
I've been